Look, if you're young, ambitious, and just totally exhausted right now, I see you. And frankly, you are in the exact right place. Welcome to this explainer. Today, I'm going to be your mentor through the really harsh, super confusing reality of trying to build wealth while you're literally still a teenager. We're going to break this down using the brilliant fable of Sterling the Raccoon. Think of me as your guide for the next few minutes, helping you navigate that crazy, chaotic transition between youth and adulthood, hopefully without losing your mind.
I know you're burnt out. I mean, you're trying to juggle high school, maybe dual enrollment college classes, plus whatever side hustles you've got going on. You are feeling this massive, crushing pressure to figure out your entire financial future right this very second. Mostly because, well, you're terrified of being broke. You swipe through online videos of people showing off their insane wealth, and it makes you feel like you're already miles behind. It's completely exhausting, right?
So, to figure out how to actually fix this burnout, let's look at Sterling-Raccoon. Sterling is a 17-year-old student who takes on these nasty, soot-choked jobs cleaning HVAC vents in giant oak trees just to earn some extra leaves, which, is our forest's version of cash. While all the other kids are hanging out at the pond just being kids, Sterling is sacrificing his youth for the grind. And hey, I have massive respect for his unbelievable work ethic, but his fur is permanently matted with dust, and he is just running himself straight into the ground.
But you gotta admit, his hard work is undeniably paying off. By hauling that heavy cart around every single day, Sterling earns an impressive 1,500 leaves a month. To put that into perspective for our forest fable, that is way more than what many adult raccoons make just scavenging around in the prime dumpsters. It's a massive achievement for a teenager to generate that kind of income through sheer grit.
Plus, he's an incredible saver. He's already hoarded 5,000 leaves in what the fable calls a Roth Apple Orchard. Basically, that's a Roth IRA, a special retirement account where your money grows completely tax-free over decades. And on top of that, he stuffs 500 more leaves in there every single month. But here is the massive problem. Despite this incredible work ethic and his fantastic savings rate, Sterling is absolutely miserable. He's dealing with this crippling anxiety that is literally ruining his teenage years.
He has what we call the investor's itch. This is that impatient, overwhelming anxiety of wanting to lock all your cash into fast investments so you can get rich right now. Sterling is agonizing, literally losing sleep, over whether he should dump every last leaf he has into the stock market via an index grove, or if he should start saving for a luxury house immediately. He wants to be a financial mastermind, but the stress of it all is just tearing him apart.
To cure this itch and make sense of your own financial journey, let's jump into our first section: Scavenger versus the Architect.
These are two completely different mindsets. First, you have the scavenger. The scavenger lives in a tunnel, finds an apple, eats today's apple, and completely ignores the future. If a storm hits, total panic. Then, on the other side, we have the architect. The architect, like our guy Sterling, is building a long-term system. They're out there planting apple trees right now so that when they're older, the apples will literally just fall into their lap. Now, if you're listening to this, you are clearly trying to be an architect.
But here's a really vital warning for you. Even an architect can make the mistake of impatience. Sterling's big mistake isn't laziness, not at all. It's trying to be this high-flying financial guru before he's even finished growing up. He's getting way too fancy with his money when his life, fundamentally, is still completely unstable.
When Sterling finally took all this anxiety to the forest elders, they pointed him to his next great challenge. That brings us to building the transition bridge. The elders broke it down for him. They explained that the years between 17 and 22 are hands down the most volatile time of your entire life. It's like a fast-moving forest fire. Think about it. In just a few years, you might change schools, move to an entirely new forest, meet someone, or suddenly lose your free college tuition. Your car might break down, you might change your major 3 different times. Life is just wild, fast, and totally unpredictable during this transition period.
And because of all that chaos, the elders separated 2 very distinct urges. You have the urge to accumulate capital, which means locking your money away in investments for decades where you absolutely cannot touch it. And you have to balance that against preserving your operational freedom, which means holding a safe, liquid pile of cash in a basic bank account that you can access instantly.
This brings us to a massively important concept: margin. Please do not listen to those online financial influencers who try to shame you for holding cash, telling you you're losing to inflation at 17. That is just terrible advice for a teenager. At your age, cash is power. It acts as a personal insurance policy for life's chaos. Having that liquid pile buys you margin. It's the safety cushion and the flexibility to pivot, move, or just survive when your life inevitably goes upside down.
And that margin protects you so you can hit the absolute golden rule of this entire volatile transition phase, the number 0. The ultimate goal between ages 17 and 22 is to graduate and step into the real world with 0 debt.
The elders emphasize this part so strongly. Completing school debt-free is a mathematical win that beats any stock market return out there. Student debt is just a crushing weight for so many young Americans. Graduating without owing a single cent to the banks makes you infinitely more valuable and, honestly, far more free than someone who has a tiny mutual fund but a giant suffocating student loan hanging over their head. Your future earnings are your greatest asset right now. You need to fiercely protect them.
So, for all you exhausted teenage hustlers out there, let's get incredibly practical. Here is the Scruffy 5-step plan.
Step 1. Keep the nasty work. Keep grinding right now, because it builds an undeniable character that no trust fund kid is ever going to have. Step 2. Max out that long-term Roth Orchard. Put your money in, but then stop obsessing over it. Step 3. Build a massive liquid cash pile. That's your safety cushion to get you across the transition bridge. Step 4. Prioritize a debt-free diploma above all other investments. And Step 5. Listen to me closely on this one. Buy some guilt-free berries, enjoy being 17, go to a dance, hang out with your friends. You actually have permission to have fun. You're already miles ahead of the game.
And if you can cross that bridge successfully, you finally reach our last section, true financial freedom.
Think about it. By the time you're 22, look at this epic toolkit you will have built. You'll have an education with 100% zero debt. You'll have a retirement orchard compounding quietly in the background. You'll have the unbreakable work ethic of an absolute beast who knows how to hustle. And critically, you will have a $30,000 to $50,000 safety cushion sitting there in liquid cash. Now that is real power. With that, you can confidently buy your first place or pack up and move across the country for a dream job, all without asking anyone for permission.
Because this is the ultimate lesson for anyone your age. True financial freedom isn't about the sheer number of apples in your hoard right this second. It is definitely not about forcing complex investment strategies when you're 17. It's about having the cash margin to survive the climb. It's having the deep peace of mind to actually sleep well at night, and it's the ultimate flexibility to easily change your path when your life inevitably changes. So, as you head back into the daily grind tomorrow, wipe the soot off your whiskers. Take a really deep breath. Stop rushing to the finish line and ask yourself a serious question. Are you just blindly building a hoard out of panic, or are you using your hard work to actually build your freedom? You've got time. Build the bridge, hold your cash, and enjoy the climb.